Time for baseball on the show from the bank, Citizens Bank Park in Philadelphia. Tonight it's the first of 4 between the Milwaukee Brewers and the Philadelphia Phillies. These two should provide some big-time fireworks. First pitch is coming up. Rick Wise gets the ball for Philadelphia in this one. Eric, any thoughts?
Well, Matty, he's got a pretty good strikeout to walk ratio, 3-to-1. We'll see if that holds true in this one.
Number 4 will stand in, and as you take a look at the splits there, he's actually a better hitter against right-handed pitching this season. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. Into the windup, here comes the 0-2 pitch. The next 0-2 misses, and that'll move it to 1-2 now. These Phillies, Eric Karros, as they enter play here tonight, they come in riding a 5-game winning streak, and they've really got things clicking.
And they've been as hot as anybody in the league recently, so all they need to do is keep playing the way they've been playing, and you have to say they stack up with anybody in baseball.
And a look now at the batting order for the visiting Milwaukee Brewers. Steve, what do they have to do to take down a very hot team here on the road?
Well, they're facing a guy today that throws a lot of strikes, so you're going to have to be aggressive early in the count, but get the ball up in the zone. Shorten up a little bit, put the ball in play.
Robin Yount will dig in now. He had a couple of hits in yesterday's contest. Shot toward second. Utley, great stop. He goes to first. He's out.
Woo, no problem.
Batting third.
On a ball hit like that, if you're the pitcher, you're thinking, oh, base hit. But not this time. What tremendous defense out there. Great diving stop, makes the play and gets the out, and the pitcher acknowledges it, and he's happy about it.
Prince Fielder will stand in, currently 8th in the National League in hitting to enter play.
And he's right up there among the RBI leaders, too, so he's dangerous with runners on base.
Ready with the 1-1 pitch. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. And set up behind the dish is Eric Summersgill as you see the rest of the umpiring crew there.
Well, I think Summersgill is pretty well liked as an umpire, but if he gets any gruff, it seems like it's often coming from right-handed batters on pitches they don't think they can reach. I'm curious if we'll see any of that in this one.
Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. 3 up, 3 down for Milwaukee. Now it'll be the Phillies' turn. No score. Taylor Youngman is on the mound for the Brewers in this one. EK, what do you got?
Yeah, guys, he went into the 6th inning in his last start. Threw okay, ended up with a no decision. He'll look to go a little deeper in this one.
Odubel Herrera will get his first shot here. 2 hits in 5 trips a night ago.
Well, you look for a guy to produce? He's got 9 RBIs in his last 10 games, and he had another good one yesterday as well.
Down low, 2 balls and a strike. And EK, as we take a look at the Brewers entering play here tonight, it was another loss last time out, and this portion of the schedule has not done them any favors as they've dropped 5 of their last 7.
And they come off of what was overall an unsuccessful homestand. You can't afford to have a losing record when you're playing in your own building, so they're going to need to turn it around because they've got a tough stretch of road games coming up.
A moment now to check out the hometown Phil's starting lineup. Who's the one to watch, EK?
Well, you got to keep an eye on the big piece himself, Ryan Howard. He's been hitting the cover off the ball lately, batting over .350 in the last 10 games.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. Lays off that time, and it's 1-2.
And that's a good spot for that fastball on 0-2. I mean, that couldn't have been an easy take.
Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Hit hard towards center, and that's into the outfield for a 1-out base hit.
Yeah, a 1-out base runner here in the bottom of the first. Now you've got the 3, 4, 5 guys coming up. Let's see if they can turn this into the first run of the ball game.
Mike Schmidt will step forward now. Currently 3rd in the National League batting race to begin playing.
And he has a top 5 on-base percentage as well.
Ready to deal. Here's the 1-1. And he lays off for a ball. 2-1. Throw over to first. And a dive, but he's back in. And a breaking ball in the dirt that time for a ball.
Well, this is a good fastball spot for him now. And keep in mind, he's got a big hole on that right side of the infield.
And the count will be full. Runners on first with 1 down. Good swing on a tough pitch, and he'll stick around to see another one. Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going. Hit hard back up the middle, and that's through for a hit. Long throw to third, and he is in there.
A good job there of making a 2-strike adjustment. Very compact there. He uses the middle of the field, and this just finds its way into center for a base hit.
Greg Avila will stand in, and he's certainly a dangerous man up there, currently 2nd in the National League in RBIs.
Yeah, and not only is he driving runs in, he's also scoring a ton of them. In fact, he leads the league in that category.
And a curveball's by him that time as he falls behind now 1-2. Well, you figure that curveball is going to be an important pitch for him going forward.
Yeah, I think it might even tell the story of how well he fares here tonight, because he's going to need to mix his speeds against a lineup like this. But once they start sitting on pitches, it could be trouble.
Flip of his glove for 1. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. 4 to 6 to 3. They roll it up to get out of the jam. We're off to the 2nd, scoreless on the show. Ryan Braun will stand in, and as you can see, the numbers away from home has been much better once he gets out on the road. Took him right up the ladder that time, and it's 1-2.
Yeah, sometimes you give a power hitter like this a fastball at eye level, and he just can't help himself.
Hits it high and deep out to center field. Ranging back is Herrera, but he can't get it as it's off the wall. And he gets in there standing. He's got himself a double.
Oh, those are the kind of hits that'll snap you out of any kind of slump that you've been in. This ball is absolutely waffled right there. It's a much better swing than he's shown in these past few games, and he's going to pull into second with a nice little wall ball double.
Cecil Cooper will come forward now, back in the lineup here after getting yesterday afternoon off. Now the fastball is right by him as he swings and misses for the first out of the inning. And with a quick breather here, let's take a look at how the Phils will set up on D. It's brought to us by Majestic. EK, what do you got?
Well, guys, remember, this manager has not jumped on board with all the defensive shifts. Still that old school mentality, plays guys straight up. So we'll see how that impacts this game.
Don Money will stand in, and he wasn't much of a factor yesterday as he took an 0 for 4 in the loss.
Well, guys, that's why they call it a batting average. He's been hitting over 350 in his last 10 games, but he had kind of a bad one yesterday.
In the dirt here, but fortunately here, no advance. He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
And you know, all you have to do is point back to yesterday's ball game. This was part of their downfall, hitting with runners in scoring position. They just couldn't sustain any kind of offense. So this would be a big boost if he could turn the tide a little bit here and come through big.
Hit out of play, and it's a full count now. No score here as we play inning number 2. Oh, and this is swung on and missed. 4 strikeouts already, and that's out number 2.
Now, this is exactly how you go about shutting down a leadoff double. He turned right around, struck out the next 2 guys. So now they're going to need a little 2-out magic if they're going to dent that scoreboard.
Number 20 will stand in, and he's having a great season so far, currently 5th in the National League in home runs.
Well, it's still early in the season, but I really expect him to keep up this great pace with the power numbers. He's got a ton of pop in that bat.
Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Milwaukee leaves 1. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Ryan Howard stands in for the first time now, and he's been in fuego of late. Seen that average shoot up quite a bit over these past 8 ball games. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Oh, high, deep. That is a moonshot, folks. A long home run. A solo shot there for Ryan Howard, number 11 for him on the season, and the Phillies grab a 1-0 lead.
Boy, that guy on the mound right now is absolutely livid. He knows that he threw way too hittable of a pitch in the situation when he's ahead in the count like that. He should be mad at himself.
Stepping in now, Chase Utley. And there's a strike as he'll try to work his way back. It's 3-1. No outs, nobody on. Lined back over second. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
This is just a guy taking advantage of a good count to hit him. He's got a pretty good idea that he's going to see the hard stuff here, so he just gears up for the fastball and drives it right back up the middle.
Jimmy Rollins will make his way in now as you get a look at his splits there on your screen. Now a curveball's in there, 1-2 now. High strikes, probably not on the docket for places he wants to be.
Yeah, I mean, it's no secret. You've got to keep the ball down against a team like this. If you go up every once in a while with a fastball, you'll be fine, but you're not going to last too long if you make a habit of working up there with your secondary pitches.
And a good effort on the dive that time, but this will get by him for a base hit.
Oh, good diving attempt right there at third base, but he just can't get to the ground fast enough to make that play, and it slips past.
Number 4 will get his first shot at it here, and he's got to be hoping to turn things around because you see the numbers over the last 5 games. Not much going on there at all. First and second here with nobody out. And now a curveball as he's got to lean out of the way. That one nearly got him.
And giving up hits is one thing, but judging by that pitch, he doesn't have any consistency with that release point. He's all over the place.
Has to be thinking strikeout here. Breaking ball. That's in the dirt as he takes a ball. Would you say he's not really finishing his pitches at this point?
That's a good way to put it. It looks like he's aiming a little too much, and that's not working for him.
Payoff pitch on its way. Just staying alive, putting together a really good at-bat here. And he misses with it, ball 4, so that'll load the bases, and now he's really going to need to get a ground ball.
Well, we knew he had to work carefully with the runner in scoring position, but I don't think a walk was what he had in mind. That's going to make things just a little trickier now with the bases loaded.
Darren Dalton will stand in now. He homered in the ballgame last night.
Well, you know, he's been averaging at least an RBI per game over his last 10, so yesterday's performance shouldn't have come as any big surprise to anybody.
Here comes the 3-1 pitch. Fastball is taken for a strike, and he runs it full 3-2.
And he's come back with 2 in a row, but I wouldn't be all that convinced he can throw a third.
Good battle. Count remains full. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. Breaks his bat as this one's popped up.
Wow, just a jam sandwich right there, and all he's holding is about half of his bat. Those look like the kind of bats I used to swing with.
Big pitch early, the 3-2. And he'll finally just wear him down as this one swung on and missed for the first out. And with that, let's take a look at the Brewers defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. Any thoughts, Eric?
Well, guys, Ryan Braun has always been known as one of those power hitters. He's also got a power arm and can cover some ground in that outfield. Very reliable, plays a smart defensive outfield. Always an asset in any game.
Odubel Herrera has a great opportunity now to break this game wide open as he comes to the plate with the bases loaded.
Yeah, and sure he's been watching closely here, Matt. Always feels great to get some run support from your guys.
Ground ball sent back up the middle. The second for 1. Relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is retired. Some of our nation's young minds and future leaders here in attendance. Yikes. Back with more on a Thursday night. following this. Domingo Santana will stand in, and as you check out his righty-lefty splits, no surprise that he hits better against the southpaws than he does against right-handers. And he takes ball 2, and it's 2-1.
I think that's consistent with how the strike zone gets called nowadays. You know, that's a strike in the rule book, but most umpires won't give you that pitch anymore.
Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. And they set up away with the fastball, but it misses. 3-1.
And whatever you do, you can't let that previous call eat at you. You've got to come back with your best pitch here on 3-1.
Into his motion. Here comes the 3-1. Takes this the other way to right. And a base hit now, as that's how the third inning gets underway. So with the leadoff man aboard, we take a trip into the recent past here as we call on our graphic for today's edition of This Date in Baseball History. Number 21 stands in. Fastball taken inside for a ball. 2-1 now. That's going to even up the count at 2-2. Ball 3. 3-2 now.
Yeah, and that's not the pitch you want to throw on 2-2. I mean, that was so high, he didn't even have to think about swinging at it.
Nobody out, runner on first. And he takes ball 4. So a good job out of the 9-hole in getting on base as we go back to the top of the order.
Yep, a single and then a walk to start the inning. But this is exactly how big innings get started. So they're set up now to maybe put up a crooked number here.
So striding in, number 4, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. And oh, look out, up and in, and nearly took his head off. Can't imagine guys like that too much.
Yeah, not too much indeed. You start getting into the danger area when it's up and in that high.
And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball.
With 2 on already, sooner or later, you got to come in with something.
And the more pitches he throws, the more likely it is that this guy's going to be sitting on it.
There's the good fastball, and he can't catch up. 3-2.
Well, this is turning into a real dogfight now.
None out, runners at first and second. Hit in the air to left. Avila moves over, 1 away.
Up next for Milwaukee, shortstop, Robin Yount.
Robin Yount stands in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out.
And Matt, with the double play in order, they'll obviously be looking to induce another ground ball out of him right here.
Nope. 2-1.
He's still got a couple pitches to deal with right here, but he's starting to lose command of his pitches. You got to take a step back, take a deep breath, and get back in the zone.
Runners are at first and second with one away. Now the double steal is on here. And a throw over to Howard, and that's the second out.
And, you know, this was not one of those 3-2 start the runners kind of a deal. This looked like a straight double steal or maybe even a hit and run thrown in there. And it's going to wind up at least a partial success for these guys because the runners do move up, albeit on the ground out.
So stepping in, number 28, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. He got him. And exhale as he's out of the jam, and the inning is over. A golden opportunity to get on the board here goes for naught. Thursday Night Baseball rolls on. We'll have more after this. Bobby Abreu will come up now to kick off their half of the third. Seems like the hits have been coming fast and furious, EK, but not the runs.
Yeah, you figure if you get 5 hits in 2 innings, you're doing all right for yourselves. But like you said, they've only got 1 run to show for those 5 hits, so they'll need to capitalize a little better.
And good patience exercised as he works out the walk to lead off the home half of the third.
And you can see the reaction on the mound. He's saying there is no way that pitch was outside. And it's a call I've got to have. Got to put that behind you, though, and move on.
Mike Schmidt is the batter. Got a base hit in his first trip. He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball. Greg Avila will be next. On the ground up the middle. Backhanded. And he'll reach first as they can't make the play on him. So that'll go down as an E4, as he certainly had his problems that time at second base. Greg Avila will be the batter. 0 for 1 here in the early going. First and second here with nobody out. And they'll go off speed here as this pitch misses. It's 2-1.
You know what? He's starting to skate on some thin ice here, and sooner or later, he's going to have to challenge him.
Set to deliver on 2-1. Fastball is looked at for strike 2.
A high fastball that time in the strike zone and on the outside corner. But that is a dangerous spot to be pitching if you're only throwing in the low 90s.
Curveball got him swinging for the first out.
Setting up on the outside part of the plate that time, and you'll see this one again on swing track. This will register as a 12-inch break, and he just can't make contact.
Standing in now, Ryan Howard. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Center fielder on the run. He can't get there as it falls in. And the runner from second is in to score. And he'll get in there safely.
Now batting the second baseman, Chase Utley.
Good AB right there. That 1-out double there gets him a run. And now, with runners on second and third, another base hit can make this a big inning.
Into the box, Chase Utley. And he gets this fastball over, back to 3-1 now. He's set. Here's the 3-1. Scorched to third. Throw to the plate. And the runner will be tagged out at the plate, so a costly decision there.
That runner at third, he's going on contact there. That's got to be the only way to explain it. It's one thing if this ball's hit up the middle, but when you hit it right at a corner infielder, you got to figure he's coming home with it. They get him easy.
In now, Jimmy Rollins. Way outside, nearly to the backstop. 2-1.
A two-out hit here would be nice, but a two-out walk wouldn't be the worst thing in the world either.
2 down, runners at first and second. Takes that one a little bit low. 3 balls and a strike now. A lot of deep counts for these guys early on.
And the more the better as far as they're concerned. They'd like to get him out of here as quick as they can.
3 balls and a strike. Here's the pitch. May have swung at ball 4 that time and a little late to boot. Full count now. Here's a swing, and oh man, way out of here. So it's a 3-run shot to straightaway right field, and the Fightin' Phils have opened up a 5-0 lead.
Here comes the long ball again to bite him. The second one he's allowed here in the first 2 2/3. I'll tell you what, the way he's throwing right now, the third one might send him to the showers.
Action now in the Milwaukee bullpen as they'll have a right-hander loosen up. Stepping in now, number 4. Strike 3 called, and the inning is over. But 4 runs score in the inning, 3 coming right here on the 3-run home run. We played 3 full. It's the Phillies 5 and the Brewers nothing. Back with Eric Harris and Steve Lyons, Matt Vasgersian, as Ryan Braun steps forward to get things started here in the Milwaukee half of the inning. And he lays off there, ball 4. So the leadoff man is on here to begin stanza number 4.
Hey, you know what? That's all right. He gave him a pretty good battle up there, and he never gave in to him. A walk you can work around. A home run, you can't.
Stepping in, Cecil Cooper. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
It was a pretty big strikeout, too, because he had a chance to drive in a run, so I'm sure he's going to be thinking about that missed opportunity for a little while.
On the move is Braun. Pitch misses low. The throw down. Ball's there, and he is out trying to take second. Good throw.
You want to talk about having a bazooka for an arm. After watching the jump, I thought he had this base stolen, but this ball is on the money with some steam on it. And he's out by a pretty comfortable margin.
And he missed again, high and away this time, 3-1.
Well, I think it's time to attack now because these guys haven't been in too many good hitters' counts. This is where you need to pounce.
That's in there, and it'll run the count to full, 3-2. Seems like he's gotten away with more than a few location mistakes so far.
Yeah, and that's not going to last forever, especially in this place.
No runs, 2 hits, 1 error thus far in the game for Milwaukee. Hit hard to the right side. Foul. Trying to strike him out for the second time. Swing and a liner, but this will be a foul ball. Keeps fighting him off. The 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. A little late on the fastball, but he's able to spoil that one off, and he'll get another chance. And now a ball hit pretty well down that right field line. This has some carry to it, and it is gone. Home run. A solo shot down the line in right. 12 home runs for him now thus far. As they get on the scoreboard here, it's 5-1.
That pitcher's got to be thinking, how can I throw a pitch like that in this situation? That thing was so right down the middle, it absolutely got hammered, and he knew it as soon as he let go of it.
Into the box now. Don Money. Tap fouled at home plate. 1 out, nobody on. Grounder hit hard down the first baseline. And a diving effort there, but it'll come up empty. It's a base hit.
Well, this is just excellent plate coverage here. I mean, this is a guy that uses the entire field. And you'll see him just reach that bat out there and slap it down the first baseline for a base hit.
Into the box, number 20. Gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. One and two, here it comes. And a fastball swung on and missed as they set him down for the second time here tonight. Well, it's still early, but it's also worth noting that he'd be in line for the win if this keeps up as we take a look at the league leaders in games won this season. And as you see, he's right up there among league leaders in that department. Striding into the box, Domingo Santana. He reached on a single in his first try. Here's a look over to first. And a dive, but he's back.
Why not? Make him get dirty.
He's set. Here's the 3-2. Hit on the ground to short. Reined in. Throw onto the big fella Howard at first, and with that, the inning is over. But the Brewers get one back on the solo home run. Bottom of the fourth coming up. It's the Phillies 5 and the Brewers 1. Darren Dalton is set to lead us off in the home half of the fourth inning.
Well, guys, they jumped out to that big lead early on in this game, but you really can't get comfortable. You have to keep putting pressure on.
Hit high and deep to straightaway right field. Santana going back on it, and this one is gone. A home run. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. Number 10 for him on the year, and it's now a 6-1 ball game.
You just can't throw that pitch right there. That swing tells a story right there. I mean, he got all of that one. Remember, he homered in yesterday's ball game too, so he's riding a pretty good hot streak these past couple of days.
Here comes the Milwaukee skipper up out of the dugout on his way to the mound, and it looks as though that's going to be all for his starter here tonight. So a less than stellar performance here tonight as he makes the early exit and forces that bullpen into action much earlier than anticipated. Willie Peralta is going to come on and make an appearance here, though I suspect even he couldn't have predicted he'd be taking over in just the fourth inning. In now, Odubel Herrera. Takes a look at a changeup there, and it's a ball and 2 strikes now. The ball flying around the yard in this one, as you see so far there. Tried to shoot the corner, and he missed it. 2-2.
Boy, that's a good take there. I don't think I could have laid off that one.
And this will miss down low in the dirt, so he's worked it full now at 3-2. Bases are empty here, nobody out. Fastball swung on and missed for the first out.
Oh, that's just a blazer right there. He says, enough with trying to get you to chase. This is mano a mano, and he throws it right past him.
Standing in now, Bobby Abreu. Fastball is outside. It's full now, 3-2. And he strikes him out as well. So make it back-to-back punch-outs here to the first 2 men he faces out of the bullpen.
And he was really late on this one. I mean, really late. You can see where the baseball is by the time he gets the barrel through. I mean, it's darn near in the catcher's glove already. That tells me he was probably looking for something else.
Into the box now, Mike Schmidt. Slider clocked in the mid-80s there. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
When he's got that slider working the way he wants it, it can be such a weapon for him.
And that's going to be high, 2-2 now.
Well, that's a good thing that pitch was above the strike zone, because a few inches lower, and that ball's right in his wheelhouse.
Ouch, that comebacker appeared to get him in the arm. Safe at first. A good effort to recover there, and he almost made the play, but that's a base hit.
Good effort, though. That looked painful.
And this has to be a big concern here. This ball came back and got him right in the pitching arm, and that is something you just never want to see. You can see him trying to work this one off, and from all appearances, I think they're going to let him continue, so that at least is a good sign. Greg Avila ready to take another shot. Went down on strikes his last time up.
Yep, they sent him packing last time, so maybe they have a pretty good idea of how to attack him again right here.
A little behind on that swing, and now he'll try to shorten up maybe and protect the plate. Peralta pauses, looking to put him away here on a ball and 2 strikes. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. But the Phils tack on one more on this solo home run. We played 4, and this is now a 6-1 ball game. Number 21 steps in now. And certainly no offer at that one. It's 1-2. And a slider runs away from him there, and the count levels at 2-2.
And the hope was that he would have chased one of those pitches, but now on 2-2, I don't think you fool around anymore.
And he reaches for one out of the zone and misses rather badly for the first out.
Yep, another good job right there to get that first out. And you can pretty much bet he's probably thinking to himself, anytime my boys get me 6 runs of support, I think we're going to be okay. This is a pretty tough hole to climb out of now.
Number 4 will dig in. 0 for 2 in the ball game. Something has to give. Here's the payoff pitch. Ripped on the ground to first. And Howard will mosey over to the bag himself to record the out.
Up next for Milwaukee, shortstop, Robin Yount.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone. And here comes the lifelong Brewer, Robin Yount. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Had him off stride that time, and it's 1-2.
Boy, he is putting on a clinic out there right now. These guys don't know what to look for.
Ready on 1-2. And it's to 2-2 now with the bases empty and 2 gone here in the inning.
You know, I think you have to ask yourself, was he trying to throw a fastball for a strike right there? Or was he just trying to set me up for that changeup away?
Just out in front of that one, still 2-2. 1 run, 4 hits. 1 error thus far in the game for Milwaukee. Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. Gone in order are the Brewers. They trail 6-1. Ryan Howard will lead it off here for Philadelphia, to be followed on deck by Chase Utley.
Well, you know, he's been on base twice in this one already, so let's see if he can do it again.
Couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. Peralta's ready, coming home with the 1-1 pitch. That's on the corner to put him behind now. 1-2.
2 strikes.
And Howard will wisely lay off that one as it's back to 2-2 now.
Oh, that's not a bad idea right there. Go ahead and try that back foot slider on a 1-2. Hope you can get him to commit. That's a good job of laying off of that pitch.
A little late with the swing, but he stays alive. Still 2-2. Even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Grounded back up the middle. Yount ranging up the middle onto first, and the Howard shift pays off there. 1 away.
And that's what the 2-seam fastball will do for you. Running away, not just for strikeouts. Here he gets him to hit it on the ground for an easy out.
So the bases are empty with 1 man gone, and making his way in is the second baseman Chase Utley. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Fastball close, but he didn't get it. 2-1. And Utley not biting at that one as he's ahead in the count now. 3-1. Hot shot on the ground is short. To his left, Yount. Oh, and he overshoots his first baseman as it's over his head.
Guys, I think it's fair to say that out of any position on the field, it's the shortstop out there that loves to show off his arm the most. And this throw totally takes off on him and goes right over his first baseman's head. I guess if you're going to make an error, you might as well let everybody know about it.
Settling in now, Jimmy Rollins. He went deep in his first at-bat, and we'll see what he's got in store for us here.
Oh, and guys, he absolutely hammered that pitch. When you're talking about a long home run, they all count the same, but goodness gracious, was that thing hit.
In for a strike, and he jumps ahead 1-2 now. 1 out and a runner on second base. Drilled right back up the middle, and that's through into center field. Base hit. And they won't risk it at third, so they're at the corners now with only 1 away.
Yeah, really not a bad pitch when you look at it. This is at the knees with some movement. He just uses the center of the diamond and checks in here with a base hit.
Stepping in now, number 4, chopped at the plate, but it gets fouled. Runners are at first and third, 1 away. Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. Grounded to third. This could be 2. Scooped up. There's 1. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. Around the horn they go. 5-4-3 to end the threat. Back with more on a Thursday night following this. Prince Fielder will stand in for the 3rd time now. Still without a hit, so that streak could be in a bit of jeopardy.
And I think that's in the back of his mind, but it's not something he's really focused on. He just wants to get up there and put a good swing on the ball.
Inside, as that perhaps will back him off a bit. 1-2.
Well, you know, if there's anybody in this lineup capable of getting a rally started, this is the guy right here.
Now a fastball, but that's easy to lay off, and it's back to even at 2-2.
And when he's down 0-2, he's smart enough to know guys are going to try and get him to chase. So now at 2-2, he's got himself back to a spot where he doesn't have to go after a pitcher's pitch.
Still 2-2. Looking for his 10th strikeout. Grounded to short. Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the 6th.
Yeah, another good start to an inning for him here. He's really only made 1 bad pitch the entire game. That was the solo home run. Other than that, you can see there, not much to speak of at all.
Ryan Braun stands in, reached on a walk in his last trip. Count is full. Here's the pitch. Sharply hit ball back up the middle and into center field as he's aboard with a 1-out single.
Yeah, and about the only drawback you have to having so many strikeouts is that it really runs that pitch count up. You can see on the graphic right here that total's starting to get up there now, so he may be getting just a little bit tired.
Cecil Cooper steps in, working on a 1-for-2 game so far. He's set. Here comes the 1-1.
That's a ball.
High and wide. 2 balls and a strike.
Well, one thing we've seen from this guy on the mound so far, when he makes bad pitches, they typically miss out of the strike zone. They don't miss in the zone where they can be crushed.
2-1. Here it is. And a swing and a miss as that looked like self-defense there. It's 2-2.
That got in his kitchen big time right there.
And he struck him out. The 10th victim set down on strikes thus far. All right, folks, montage alert. Here you get a look at his performance so far. 10 strikeouts for him in the ball game as he continues to just plow right through this lineup one after another. Into the box, Don Money, and he'll fall behind now to 1-2. Ready to deliver the 1-2. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. runner on first with 2 away. Hit to short. He's got it. He'll send it the short way to Utley at second, and that's that. 1 hit, 1 left. 9-1-2 scheduled to hit in the home half of the 6th. It's the Phillies 6 and the Brewers 1. Darren Dalton gets things started here in the 6th for the hometown team. Peralta into his motion. 1-1 pitch on its way. Now a swing and a miss, and he's behind 1-2.
He's going to need to crank that swing up another notch if he's going to catch up to those.
Chop foul at the plate. It'll remain 1-2. And that misses 2-2. Look out. Don't want to hit him there. It's full 3-2.
I'll say this. He wasn't going to get his arms extended on that one.
Here comes the payoff pitch. That's lifted the other way out to left. Braun has it in his tracks. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone.
Pretty good work out of the bullpen, as you see there. He got called in much earlier than I'm sure he expected, but he's given him a real lift so far.
Odubel Herrera will stand in, one of the few guys not to join the hit parade so far.
Yeah, guys, he's got to be feeling a little bit like that dog that gets left out in the rain while the rest of the family's inside by the fire. I guess he's just not seeing what everyone else is.
Oh, and he can't pick it up cleanly. And he will recover in time to get it over to first. Nicely done there as they record the second out.
And that's a pretty good job of staying with the ball because he doesn't really panic after he clanked it. And then he just regathers himself and fires a strike to first to get the out.
In now, Bobby Abreu. Ground ball sent back up the middle. Reined in. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. So they go quietly here in this half inning. 7th inning coming up. Phillies on top, 6-1. Welcome back to Citizens Bank Park here in Philadelphia. It's on to the 7th inning now with the Phillies out in front, and it's a good time to check out our game summary through the first 6 innings so far. Number 20 will dig in. 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts thus far.
Yeah, a tough one at the plate for him so far with the 2 punch-outs. But, hey, that's going to happen to you at times, and you just have to have a short memory in this game.
Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. And he is down on strikes again. So get your hats out. That's the 3rd strikeout of the game.
And all through this winning streak of theirs, we've seen some great starting pitching. And this has been another very good performance. Good enough to most likely keep that winning streak going.
Domingo Santana will dig in here. 1 for 2. He's singled and grounded out so far.
Yeah, putting the ball in play. Sometimes that's half the battle.
And he's just rolling right now, and even dozen strikeouts for him in the ballgame. So he's just a 1/3 of an inning away from putting up another 0 as we take a look at the ball clubs with the lowest team ERAs.
Yeah, Matt, so far this season, they rank in the top 5, actually 4th in the National League. When your team ERA is that low, it definitely takes the pressure off the offense a little bit. More importantly, it gives you a chance to win every single night.
1-1, here it comes. And he comes back with a fastball. 1-2 now.
Yeah, he's definitely still bringing it. It's the 7th inning, and we're still hearing the catcher's mitt snapping all the way up here.
2 out, nobody on. Pulls this one in the air out to left. Avila has a beat on it. Makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. 3 up, 3 down for Milwaukee. The lead remains 5. It's 6-1. Michael Blazek will get the ball now as he'll take over on the mound to start the home 7th.
Michael Blazek.
Mike Schmidt ready for another at-bat now. He's 2 for 3 so far.
Yeah, and you can bet he'd love to get himself that 3rd hit. Those are the kind of games that puts a little extra pep in your step.
Now a ball hit pretty well to left, but this is going to wind up in the seats foul. Swing and a miss on the fastball, and that's the first out.
Wow, quite a turn of events here. He goes from in the driver's seat 3-0 to falling victim to the strikeout. And in hindsight, you go back to that 3-0 pitch, and I got to believe he wishes he was swinging.
Standing in now, Greg Avila. And he'll come back with 1 in the dirt as the count moves to 2-1 now. Oh, and he gets a fastball up in the zone, and he hammers it out to deep left field. And this baby is gone. A home run. A solo shot here to left, and even 20 home runs for him now thus far, as it's now a 6-run ball game.
Well, not much of a surprise here. This is what MVPs do. He's fortunate here that they decide to come after him. I don't know why, but that is a fundamentally strong swing. The ball just jumps off his bat. It's way out of here with plenty to spare.
Ryan Howard will stand in here hoping to duplicate what he did back in the 2nd inning as we flash you back to take another look at his solo home run that helped get this offense rolling. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. And this misses, so that'll fill the count at 3-2. Chopped foul at the plate, and we'll do it again. And they won't come after Howard this time as it misses for ball 4.
And for as hot as this guy's been recently, this is a no-brainer. Take the bat out of his hands any chance you get.
Chase Utley steps in with 1 in, 1 out, and 1 on here in the inning.
Yeah, it's been a pretty good inning here so far, so we'll see if they can scratch another run across right here.
And they're working the outer half here, but that one's wide for ball 3. In danger now of a 2nd walk out of the bullpen.
Not exactly providing relief. He's got to find it here somehow.
Runner at first here, 1 man out. Good battle continues as this ball's chopped foul at the plate, and the count remains 3-2. Ready now with the payoff pitch. And he misses again. Ball 4. And that's back-to-back guys now that have reached base via the base on balls.
And he's not going to earn himself any points with this performance out of the bullpen so far. The control just hasn't been there. And, you know, that's mission number 1 for a reliever.
Jimmy Rollins will step toward the box here, and as he does, we flash you back to inning number 3 as you check out his 3-run home run. A big blow early on. First and second now, 1 man out. On And he leaves the fastball up there. Mistaken location. He is going to pay for it dearly as that ball is sent over the wall. A home run. Three-run home run down the line in right. His second of the game as they've pushed this lead up to 9 now.
Whatever these guys are putting in their pregame meal, you can be darn sure they're getting the same setup tomorrow. That's 5 home runs as a team now. I mean, these guys are feeling it up there.
Carlos Torres will come on now in a mop-up role as he'll just try and keep this deficit from growing any larger. Into the box now, number 4. And a swing and a miss as they caught him reaching that time, and there are 2 away.
Well, this curveball, it just disappears. He thinks he's right on it at the plate, and look where it winds up. Completely out of the zone. That's what you want as a pitcher. You want hitters to chase pitches that aren't strikes.
Stepping in now, Darren Dalton. And here's a pitch inside, and that got him.
Yeah, this pitch is just nowhere near the target. You see it run in and catch him right about thigh high. I have a feeling the bruise will be worse than the pain. And that'll leave a nice rainbow for a good couple of weeks.
In now, Odubel Herrera. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Plenty of home runs to go around so far as you see the elevated totals there. Lifted into center field. Number 20 is there, and he puts it away to stop the bleeding. Another good inning here for the Phillies, and the brotherly love is in abundance now. Thursday night baseball rolls on. We'll have more after this. Number 4 will stand in to start out their half of the 8th with that starter still out there, and he's definitely been a tough nut to crack.
No, he's been dominant all game long, and I think part of it is that he got himself a nice lead early on, and that's allowed him to not really worry about making a mistake. He's been free and easy the whole way through.
Chopped foul over towards the dugout. Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. High in the air out to center field. Herrera's there. And that's the first out of the inning.
And after that 4-run inning really broke this thing open, now as a pitcher you have a luxury of going right after guys. You don't have to worry so much about making that perfect pitch. If you give up a hit, big deal. You got a cushion behind you.
Robin Yount will stand in for the 4th time now, still looking for his first hit of the ball game.
And he's not the only one either. This has been a great pitching performance so far, and they've had these guys chasing their tails all game long.
Here's the 1-1 pitch. Hit to third. Schmidt has it. On to first, and there were 2 down. Well, the line score says it all. 10-1 as you check the tally inning by inning. Not the competitive game that 3 of us were hoping for when we signed on. Prince Fielder will stand in now with 2 away, needing to really get something started here.
And their chances of getting back into this ball game are growing dimmer by the batter.
A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. Close pitch, but just a bit outside. He wanted it, but it's 2-1. Not the first time he's felt the squeeze tonight.
Yeah, he's looking and saying, what do I got to do to get a strike?
Ready to deal. Here's the 2-1. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And he'll get under it to put it away in foul territory, and that ends the inning. Gone in order are the Brewers. They're down 9. It's 10-1. Bobby Abreu digs in to lead off the bottom of the 8th inning. He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
When you're already down by a bunch, this is where a guy's got to take some responsibility out there and start throwing some strikes.
And this ball's hit sharply toward the first base coaching box. It's a foul ball. Full count. Here it comes. And this is taken here for ball 4. So the leadoff man's on base to kick off the home 8th.
You can't fault the pitch selection or the location there. And it's well placed, maybe just a hair off the outside corner. But 3-2, that's where you want to be.
Into the box, Mike Schmidt. Oh, and there's the good curveball as he set down on strikes for the second time here tonight.
And after that pitch was called a ball on the pitch before, I mean, I think this actually qualifies as strike 4. You know, on the mound, he's probably thinking, hey, can I apply the credit to the next guy?
Standing in now, Greg Avila. Chop foul over towards the coaching box. Here's the 1-2 delivery. Just a bit low. Tough call, but it's 2-2.
Yeah, an interesting setup now on 2-2. Here's where you really need to pay attention to that guy at first.
All even at 2-2. Here it is. Swung on, and he went fishing in the dirt.
The first baseman, number 6, Ryan Howard.
Ryan Howard steps in and perhaps looking to drive another one out of the park just like he did in the second. Way outside, nearly to the backstop. 2-1. Two out here and a runner at second. Fly ball out toward left center field. Center fielder giving chase. He can't get there, so the inning will continue. They're going to extend their lead as the runner scores from second. Throw won't get him.
Tack on another run there. They've put up 11 now in the ball game, and this offense is definitely running on all cylinders.
Now in the box, Chase Utley. He scored after reaching on a walk in his first at-bat. On the ground to the left side. Money takes it in. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Phillies will have to be content with just the one. 9th inning coming up. It's the Phillies 11 and the Brewers 1. Back in the city of brotherly love with Major League Baseball on the show. Ryan Braun will stand in now to begin their half of the 9th in a game that was decided long ago.
Yeah, this is mop-up time out there right now. But, hey, These at-bats still count against your batting average, so you can't go up there and just mail it in. You've got to see this through right to the end of the game.
Goes the other way and sends it deep down the right field line. And that ball will stay fair, and it's gone. A home run. Ryan Braun with the solo home run. Number 11 for him on the season, but they're going to need a few more here as they're still well behind.
Well, these guys still have some work to do, but this is a good start. Leadoff home run, cuts one off the lead, but they're still going to need to manufacture a few more to get back in this ball game.
Here comes the Philly skipper on his way out toward the mound, and he's going to motion for his bullpen here. That'll do it for the starter tonight. So a good performance here in this one as he'll give a tip of the cap to the home crowd after he departs, yielding just 2 earned runs. David Hernandez will come in now working with a huge lead, so he'll just look to get some work in here. Cecil Cooper will stand in to keep things going, and I don't know, Steve, is the comeback on?
Well, at the very least, I like that they're showing some character out there. You never want to go down without a fight, so they're going to make these final at-bats count.
Base is empty here with nobody out. Pulled toward right center field. Herrera on the run, but he won't have a play. This is down and into the gap. Around second, he'll try for third. And he will make it all the way to third now as that mistake proves a costly one indeed. So coming to the plate, Don Money, although there are a couple of bases open, and we'll see if they think about working around him.
And that's exactly what I'd expect them to do. No reason to give him a pitch that he likes.
Oh, and this ball is raked deep down the line in left, but a foul ball. And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball. 1 gone.
This is normally a slam dunk RBI when you've got a big-time run producer like this at the plate. But he's not able to pick up the runner from third. You are not going to see that happen all too often.
Into the box now, number 20. 1-2 now as that one's fouled off. The 1-2 pitch. And tough fastball to lay off on 1-2, but he did, and it's 2-2 now. That man's team has definitely shot itself in the foot with all the strikeouts so far.
It seems like it's been a growing trend so far, but man, you've just got to be able to put the ball in play when you've got runners in scoring position.
High and deep to straightaway right. Abreu ranging back. Gone! A 2-run blast to straightaway right field. Home run number 16 for him on the year, but they still face a 7-run deficit.
Well, this at least is a way to make some kind of positive out of what's been a really difficult evening so far. I don't think this will make much of a difference in the final result, but at least it shows you that they're out there playing hard and not laying down.
In now, Domingo Santana. Ripped down the first base line, but a foul ball, and the count holds at 0-2. Ready with the 0-2. Hit sharply toward the right side. But good hands over there at first, and that becomes out number 2.
Well, that's a nice swing right there on a 2-strike count. And he hit that ball right on the nose, but he's just a little bit unlucky, I guess, as he hits it right to someone.
Into the box, number 21. And that's swung on and missed, so the Brewers are down to their final strike now.
That thing's coming in there hot, 96 miles an hour.
And now a crowd reported at over 28,000 rise to their feet. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that'll do it here as the ball game is over.
Well, here we go. Tack another one onto that winning streak. They've now got it up to 6 in a row, and that's not looking like this hot spell's going to end anytime soon.
Well, this one pretty much over before it started as we give you a final look at the line score here in what turned out to be a blowout victory. And quite a lot of offense in this one, but if we had to highlight one guy that made the difference, there he is. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, well, he really drove the ball well in this one. Winds up finishing with 6 RBIs. I'd say that's a pretty good day's work.
So that just about does it. For EK, Psycho, and the crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, get those smartphones and tablets out and head over to theshownation.com. The Phillies win this one 11-4. Good night from Philly.
Our final line score tonight, first for the victorious Philadelphia Phillies. 11 runs, 13 hits. No errors. They left 10 men on base. For the Brewers,